The active choice, mastering passive to active voice conversion. Hello there, fellow language enthusiasts. Today, we are going to delve into an interesting aspect of the English language, converting passive voice to active voice. We'll focus on the common mistakes that you might encounter and share some valuable tips to help you avoid them. Remember, practice makes perfect in language learning. So, let's get started. Before we jump into the common mistakes and tips, let's refresh our understanding of passive and active voice. In the active voice, the subject performs the action. For instance, John eats an apple. Here, John is the subject, and he's doing the action, eating. In the passive voice, the subject is acted upon. Using the same example, it would be, the apple is eaten by John. The subject, the apple, is receiving the action. Now that we've clarified that, let's move on to the common mistakes people often make when converting passive to active voice. When converting sentences from passive to active voice, one of the most common mistakes is losing the correct tense during the transition. Always pay attention to the verb tense in the passive sentence, and ensure it's accurately reflected in your active version. Another common mistake is neglecting the agent. The agent in a passive sentence is usually introduced by the preposition by. Don't forget to include it as the subject in your active sentence. Tip 1. Maintain tense. As discussed, maintaining the correct tense is crucial when converting passive to active voice. If a passive sentence is in the past continuous tense, for instance, the house was being cleaned by me, your active sentence should also reflect the same tense. I was cleaning the house. Tip 2. Identify the true subject. Identify the subject or the doer of the action, which is typically found at the end of the passive sentence following by. Make this your subject in the active voice sentence. Tip 3. Practice, practice, practice. The more you practice converting passive sentences to active, the more natural it will become. Write down passive sentences and their active counterparts, and review them often. And there you have it. A guide to help you steer clear of common errors when converting from passive to active voice. Remember, mastering this skill takes time and practice, but with these tips in mind, you're well on your way to becoming an expert. Thanks for tuning in, and we hope this video has been helpful. Happy learning!